Just going to do another very quick video because I'm up with my poor little sick dog who's really worrying me. I'm bloody tired. Poor thing's had a friggin' like it's 12 degrees and he's got a bad temperature. So, again, it is defamation from my family and discrimination from organisations. And let me tell you, oh God, just really quickly without making my dog. The organisations where it's discrimination is because they want to push it to their narrative and agenda of mentally retarded organisations. When it's not, it's physical health injuries. So they're actually discriminating against people with physical health injuries and illness. So here's a service dog. Like I said, he's not a mind dog. He's not an emotional support companion. As I told this organisation back when my ex-partner involved them, I said, all right, I've got a green card to the US since 2014. The US requirements for service dogs, because they'd like pet dogs to be trained, and I want him trained. I can do that. I just need him to be marked off that I'm training him, so you can, I can, come to you and show you how to train him. But the US requirements is, his training gets marked off by the vet, and you can have it as, so you can have it as mental health PTSD or as well, but it's actually chronic illness, like say you got cancer, whatever, or other, there's other illnesses like where dogs help with. I'm not going to list everything, but I'll tell you now, it's asthma is one of them. So it's physical health injury. So asthma's one and mobility is another, which means, because dogs make better lives, basically. And America knows that. So America doesn't discriminate, Australia does. And the problem in Australia is that the Australian government throws so much money at mentally disabled and mental health organisations that there's no money left for anyone else, for people with physical health injuries and illness. And that's the fact. The fact is that you're discriminated against. Australia discriminates against people with physical health injuries and chronic illness, and that is a fact because they want to give all the information to the workers that deal with trauma and all this other bullshit, mental health issues, trauma, and all this other shit, which they've been throwing money at for years at mentally retarded and mental health industries. That there is no money for people that has physical health injuries and chronic illness, because it's all falls under mental health. You get mugged on the way home from work, say you break your leg, and suddenly that's mental health. It's like, it's not mental health, it's physical health. It's a physical health injury. So Australia discriminates against people with physical disability, physical health injuries, and chronic illness. Illness is a disability. If you have chronic fatigue, that's a disability. That is a disability. Whether you like it or not, chronic fatigue from having chronic illness like spinal meningitis, that is a disability, and that's where I'm discriminated against in Australia. I wasn't discriminated against it in America because my dog is a service dog in the US, based on the fact that I just wrote down asthma. That's it. Physical, they ask, they basically say, you don't have to list what you've got. Is it physical health? Is it mental health? And I put down physical health. I've got asthma, so there, it ticks off the first one. Like, I had more than enough in physical health injuries to have my dog, and I trained him. He was assessed that he was trained as a service dog. Both countries has assessed my dog that was trained as a service dog. He's trained as a service dog. He's licensed as a service dog in the US. And the way I was pissed off with Australia is because they make it mental health. And it's like, but it's not mental health. America does not discriminate against other injuries. Australia discriminates against other injuries. Chronic fatigue because of things like seroconversion or like HIV or other issues, or meningitis, spinal meningitis, whatever, you're going to discriminate against me because you're putting too much money into the mental health industry and the workers of mental health industry and the organizations of mental health industry and the whatever people want to pop up, like, oh, everyone's got trauma now. You break your leg, there's trauma for it. It's like, no, this is physical health injuries. Can we be real? So this is what's pissed me off. And I've had these discussions since I was mugged November 30th, 2007, after work. On my way home from work, because it was physical health injuries, they wanted to twist it into mental health straight away. And I'm like, but it's not mental health. I've got sight problems in my left eye that you're ignoring because you want to make it mental health. Literally, they ignored the fact that there was damage to my left eye, the sight, my left eye. The chronic migraines is because I was hit the disc problems here. That's physical health. You're making it mental health. Literally, I had my asthma attacks and twisted to mental health. You're not going to believe this. This is where I want to say it's reckless endangerment of one's health. I suffer from bad asthma attacks. And the older I'm getting, the worse they're getting. So that's actually a really dangerous thing. Asthma is dangerous. You know, you can stop breathing. Asthma attack was twisted around to be a pseudo seizure. And they're going, it's not a pseudo seizure. It's like, yeah, it's anxiety. I'm like, it's not anxiety. It's asthma. I have asthma. And when I had pneumonia, I had pneumonia back in 2005, but I had pneumonia recently in 2016. It made my asthma worse. So I was getting a lot of asthma attacks just after 2016. I had bad asthma attacks in 2017. Do you know why? Because in 2017, it was the hottest year ever on record. In 2017, it was the hottest year ever on record, and it was triggering off asthma attacks. You know how many people started making up stories that I was having a fit? Oh, he's OD'd, he's having a fit. I'm like, we are in the hottest year ever on record, ever. I'm having bad asthma attacks. Do you know how dangerous that is? Do you know the danger? What if I had have not breathed? I'm there saying, I can't breathe. I need my asthma puffer. If I'm saying, I can't breathe, you fucking moron, and I'm an asthmatic, then the most logical thing is he needs his puffer. He needs his asthma puffer. He can't get oxygen. He's having an asthma attack. Did you know that in 2017 I had wankers say it was a seizure? It was this. Oh, does he use drugs? He's OD'd. Literally. I had people say back at it, it's a pseudo seizure. No, it's not. It's an asthma attack. It's a goddamn fucking asthma attack in the hottest year we've ever had, ever on record. So I'm having asthma attacks. I should be carrying my asthma puffer around with me everywhere. And that's what it was. This is where the danger comes into it. This is where the Australian danger of we have lost the plot. We've put in all our eggs in one basket comes into it. I'm someone that suffers asthma, and in the hottest year ever on record, 2017 was the hottest year ever on record. And what happens? I get asthma. Around anything that's allergies and so forth, I'm going to get asthma. Bad asthma attacks. I've had them here and there. You know, I've just got to start getting used to just having, all my asthma puffers more, but that's what it was. But, arseholes wanted to twist it to be something it wasn't because they get funded money to twist it. When all it was an asthma attack. Yeah. George Jacobs is one of those people that actually twisted asthma attack once into a pseudo seizure. I think it's sick. Honestly, I believe that we have lost the plot because we just don't focus on physical health anymore. Physical health and chronic illness is a massive big thing, but the government doesn't give any money to physical health and chronic illness. So where it does give the most money to is mental health. So you have so many more workers, groups and organizations focusing on mental health that physical health, injuries, illness and chronic illness is ignored. And I've seen this and I've been witness to it since I was robbed after work, November 30th, 2007, where all these organizations wanted to take it on as mental health and no one wanted to focus on the simple fact that it is a physical health injury. Discs in my back, chronic migraines, left eye, the S1L5, the knee problem and so forth. You have physical health injuries. But they'll only take it on when it goes, oh no, we're going to take it on for mental health. It's like, so you want to make up stories. We are getting into dangerous territories by doing this. I can honestly say, would my sight in my left eye have been better if that was a main focus? There's no money just in that for these people, these organizations. Or my migraines, or the discs in my neck and my discs in my lower back. The right side's fucked. Now let's just focus on things that are irrelevant because groups and organizations can get more government funded money from mental health than they can from physical health injuries and illness. And I think it's disgusting. That is a fact.